Greetings. I'm Jennifer Benson, and I wanted to just chat a little bit about my personal philosophy of adult education. When I started working, I was really doing more work with young people and children, everything from preschool through high school. So I did not have a lot of experience working with adults. When I moved to training adults about 5 years ago, I really had to modify and expand my understanding of adult education. And that is where this information has come from. For me, the purpose of adult education is kind of threefold. So, first, I think that you have to go from just imparting knowledge, just spewing out knowledge, to teaching new information, but it's usually information that is needed for a particular purpose, such as for their job or for something that they are doing in their life. Another thing I see as the purpose of adult education is to teach new skills, like taking that knowledge and then helping the adults see the new skills that can come from that education and finding a way to make it more relevant. Finally, when I'm teaching adults, I really want to give the adults enough knowledge to be able to problem solve for themselves when they encounter a situation that is similar to the skill set were taught, but needs to be modified to fit the new experience, because we know that each experience in life is not going to be exactly textbook. So making sure that they've got the skills and the knowledge to be able to take that information and then modify it for a new situation, I feel is an important purpose of the adult education. So as the instructor, I feel like my role is to facilitate the learning. It's not about being the expert and imparting knowledge, but it's more about guiding the learner in applying it to their own schemata and life experiences, helping them see where it fits in their life and helping them um, take the information and process it themselves. And then I also see my role as kind of a sounding board, for lack of a better term, um, someone who can discuss various situations that the learner might encounter, and then how they can use that knowledge in new ways so that they are prepared regardless of what a situation is that might come up. One of the things that really surprised me was the adults' motivation to learn. Of course, when I would go and do prevention training with, middle school, high schoolers, I was not their favorite person to come in, so they really weren't motivated to learn. But we know from the research that adults are motivated, and I've seen that myself. Um, Even if they have to sit there to get their CEUs, they're still very engaged and discuss ways that show that they are thinking about how they can use this new knowledge and asking questions about it. I love having those aha moments when I was teaching one thing and a gentleman said, "Oh, now I have words to put to what I've already always known." So they're very self-motivated. My experience, adults also prefer experiential learning. That is similar to preschool and elementary school age children, um, because they always like to do rather than just sit and listen. But because of this, the switch to adult instruction was a little bit easier, although I had to definitely rethink activities because a lot of the activities that I did with preschool and elementary would definitely not work with adults. Adults also love to learn in collaboration, which at the beginning of the pandemic sometimes was a little difficult because we were all learning how to use technology and learning about the best way to engage and collaborate. But now that everyone is used to it, I think it's gotten a lot easier to do Zoom breakout rooms and allow that space for collaborative learning that adults really enjoy and thrive off of. So thinking about what should we teach in adult education? There's definitely lots of things that should be taught. As the parent of two young adults, I know that life skills is an important category of things that should be taught, like financial issues, parenting classes, how to fix up your home, how to have relationships with others. Of course, there's what I do mostly, the professional development, which is job readiness skills, on the job training, continuing education units, moving up in your credentials. And then, of course, we always also have that lifelong learning, just wanting to improve who you are and how you do things in the world. Maybe you want to be taught a new hobby like sewing or woodwork or um, pottery. And then also sometimes adults just want to be taught for the love of learning. That's one of the reasons that I'm taking some of these courses is because I really just want to learn and how to improve at who I am. Thank you very much for listening to my philosophy of adult learning. I appreciate the ways that this course has had me think about things a little bit differently.